Hello, dear learners, and welcome back to English Flow. I'm Kim, and I'm so happy you're here again. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a restaurant abroad, sat down, and suddenly felt your English disappear? You know the words for food and menu, but the moment the server walks up and says something quick and friendly, your mind goes blank. Don't worry. That happens to almost everyone. Restaurant English moves fast. It's full of small expressions, and today we're going to slow it all down together, from booking a table to paying the bill. Before we start, quick favor. If English Flow is helping you, please hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment below. It genuinely helps us keep making these episodes for you. Let's start at the very beginning, the moment you walk in. Usually, you're greeted by the host, the person whose job is to greet you and guide you to your table. They might ask, "How many in the party?" Party here simply means your group of people, however small. You can answer with something like, "I would like a table for 5, please." They may also ask about seating. A booth, which is that enclosed bench-style seat that feels a bit more private versus a regular table, or whether you'd prefer to sit inside or outside. Of course, most of this starts even before you arrive. In English, we say to eat out or to dine out, both meaning to have your meal outside the house, at a restaurant. Before going, you might book a table or make a reservation. Same meaning, done in advance, usually under the name of, followed by your name, so the host can find it easily when you show up. And if you're not going in person at all, you can make an order for pickup, meaning you order the food and go collect it yourself. Or make an order for delivery, meaning someone brings it straight to you. It also helps to know the different styles of restaurants you might book. Casual dining is a relaxed, everyday restaurant, nothing fancy. A bistro is small and cozy, often French in style, with a simple menu. A cafe is more about coffee and light food. And fast food means quick, inexpensive food, often eaten on the go, which brings us to 2 more ways of ordering. The drive-through, where you order and collect food from your car, and ordering at the counter, where you walk up, order, and often pay right away. Once you're seated at a sit-down restaurant, the server often says, "Take your time," or "I'll give you a few minutes," meaning there's no rush before ordering. When you're ready, you can say, "We're ready to order," or ask, "Could you give us a menu?" if you don't have one yet. If you're unsure what to pick, "What do you recommend?" is probably the most common question in any restaurant. You're asking the server's personal opinion. You can also ask, "What's popular here?" or "What's in this?" to learn about the ingredients. And speaking of the menu, it helps to understand cuisine, a specific style of cooking, usually tied to a country or region. Local cuisine is the traditional food of wherever you are. Continental food refers to European food in general, Italian pasta, French pastries, Spanish tapas. Oriental food refers to Southeast Asian food, think Thai pad thai, Vietnamese pho, or Indonesian satay. If someone avoids meat, they choose vegetarian food, and if they avoid meat and every animal product, including milk and eggs, they choose vegan food. And nearly every menu has today's special or today's specials, dishes made fresh just for that day. When it's time to actually order, English has a few natural patterns you'll use constantly. "I'll have the," and "I'll take the." Both simply mean, "I choose this." More casually, "Can I get?" or "Could I get?" Sound polite but relaxed, even though you're not really asking permission. This is also the moment to mention any dietary needs clearly. "I'm vegetarian," What would you suggest? Does this have nuts in it? Can I get this without cheese? Or is this gluten-free, meaning made without wheat or gluten? Servers hear these questions constantly, so never feel awkward asking. A full sit-down meal usually has a clear structure too. The starter, also called the appetizer, is a small dish before the main meal. Maybe a salad with a dressing, simply the sauce poured over it. Then comes the main course, also called the entree, the biggest dish of the meal, often served with side dishes, smaller items like rice or vegetables. And to finish, there's dessert. So a full order might sound like, "I'll have chicken and rice for my main course, please." The server might specifically ask, "Would you like a starter?" And here's a fun little phrase: ordering a starter can work up an appetite, meaning it makes you hungrier for the main course. For each part of the meal, the same polite patterns work. For starter, "I'd like," short for "I would like." "I'll have," "could I have," or "could I get?" And near the end, expect, "Would you like something for dessert?" and "Would you like something to drink?" If you're ordering over the phone instead, the questions shift slightly. You'll hear, "What can I get for you?" And "What's the name for the order?" meaning whose name the order should go under. While you're eating, servers usually check in with something like, "How is everything so far?" Or "Is everything okay with your meal?" The easy answer is, "Everything's great, thank you." If something actually is wrong, this is your natural opening to mention it gently. "Actually, this came out a little cold." You might also need a refill, another napkin, or the salt. All completely normal requests, using phrases like, "Can I get a refill?" or "Could you please pass me the salt?" And a few natural small talk reactions fit right in here too. "It smells great" before you even taste it. Or a friendly warning like, "It's hot. Wait for it to cool down before you eat." If your friend wants the exact same order, they can just say, "Make it 2" or "Make it 3." To get a server's attention for any of this, you can flag down a waiter or flag down a waitress, meaning to wave and signal for their attention, or simply say, "Excuse me." If meat is involved, the server may ask, "How would you like it cooked?" And here you choose your doneness: rare for barely cooked and red inside, medium rare for pink and juicy, medium for pink but firm, medium well for mostly cooked with a hint of pink, and well or well done for fully cooked through. It's also worth knowing the word allergen, any substance in food that could cause an allergic reaction, like nuts or shellfish. And it's completely normal to ask a server about allergens before ordering. If you're out with a group, you might also order a round of drinks, meaning drinks for everyone at the table at once, sometimes repeated a second or third time through the evening. Now, if you're at a fast food counter or drive-through instead of a sit-down restaurant, the language changes a little. You'll often hear "for here" or "to go," asking if you'll eat in the restaurant or take it with you, and "is it for pickup" if you already ordered online. They might ask, "Do you have a rewards card today?" referring to a loyalty card for discounts. And "is that cash, debit, or credit card" when it's time to pay, followed by something like, "Your total comes to $8. And finally, "Would you like a receipt?" Sometimes you'll want to politely turn something down. If a server mentions "today's special has onions" and you'd rather skip it, a very natural response is, "I think I'll pass." A polite way of saying no thank you without sounding rude. If your server seems a little slow, It's often simply because they're serving other tables, taking care of other customers at the same time. And it's common for a restaurant to mention its special recipe for a dish or that it's known to serve excellent dishes, both just praising the food's quality. It helps to know a few more people working around you too. Besides the host, there's the chef cooking in the kitchen, the bartender making drinks at the bar, and the barback, who supports the bartender by restocking supplies behind the scenes. A busboy or busgirl clears and cleans tables between guests, and a food runner carries finished dishes from the kitchen to your table, sometimes separately from your actual waiter. On the table itself, you'll find a wine glass, a napkin, and your silverware or utensils, your fork, knife, and spoon. Technically, silverware means utensils made of real silver, while utensils is the broader word for any material, though in everyday speech, people often use silverware loosely for both. If you don't finish everything, what's left is your leftover or leftovers, which many restaurants will happily pack up for you. When you're finishing up, you might hear, "Are you still working on that?" Simply asking if you're still eating. To ask for the bill, the two most common phrases are, "Could we get the check, please?" in American English, or "Could we get the bill, please?" in British English. Same meaning. To pay the bill is the standard phrase, and there's a playful version too, foot the bill, meaning to cover the cost for everyone. If everyone wants to pay their own share, that's splitting the cost. Also called going Dutch, both meaning the cost is shared equally instead of one person paying it all. And the server might ask directly, "Would you like the check together or separate?" And don't forget the tip. You pay a tip, give a tip, or simply tip the server, usually calculated as 15 to 20% of the bill in the US, sometimes with a card machine prompt like, "Feel free to add gratuity." Gratuity simply being a more formal word for tip. And right before you leave, it's always fine to say one more small thing. "Excuse me, can I get another napkin, please?" And once you truly have everything, a simple closing line works perfectly. "Thank you. That's all for now." Now let's bring it all together with two full conversations so everything today feels completely clear. First, a sit-down dinner at a nice bistro, ordering continental cuisine. "Good evening. How many in the party?" "I would like a table for two, please, under the name of Kim." Right this way. "Could you give us a menu?" "Of course, here you are. Are you ready to order?" "For starter, I'd like the soup, please. And could I have a salad with dressing on the side?" "And your main course?" "I'll have the steak medium rare with a side of vegetables." "How would you like that cooked?" "Medium rare it is. Would you like something to drink?" "Just water for now, thank you." Later, "How is everything so far? It smells great, thank you." "Would you like something for dessert?" "Please bring me a chocolate cake, and could you please pass me the sugar?" At the end, "Can I have the check, please? We'll split the cost." "Of course. Would you like a receipt?" "Yes, please. Thank you, that's all for now." Now, a quick stop at a fast food counter for Oriental cuisine, a Thai noodle place. "Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?" "Could I get the pad thai, please? Is that vegetarian?" "Yes, that one has no meat. For here or to go?" "To go, please." "Do you have a rewards card today?" "No, not today." "No problem. Is that cash, debit, or credit card?" "Credit, please." "Your total comes to $8. Would you like a receipt?" "No, that's fine. Thank you. That's all for now." Notice the rhythm in both. A quick question, a short, natural answer, a little politeness woven in. That's really the heart of restaurant English. Not long, formal sentences, but small, warm exchanges that keep things moving smoothly. Whether you're at a candlelit bistro table or a busy fast food counter. Here's your homework for this episode. Pick 3 phrases from today. One about ordering a starter or main course, one about paying the bill, and one from a fast food or drive-through context. Practice saying all 3 out loud as if you're really there. Small, repeated practice like this is exactly how this vocabulary becomes automatic. That's it for today's episode. If this helped you feel a little more confident about ordering food in English, please subscribe to English Flow, hit that like button, and leave a comment telling me your favorite phrase from today. It really does help the show grow and keeps me making more of these for you. I'm Kim. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourself and keep flowing.